I can remember vividly at a young age the joy of being around children. As I grew older and began babysitting for family, for friends, my love for children and the desire to have children of my own only grew stronger. As a child, I literally would daydream about getting married, living in my own home with a wraparound porch, with the white picket fence, and with beautiful babies crawling around in the yard. My day came to get married as God blessed me with Joey. After a few blissful years of marriage and trying to start a family, Joey and I were devastated to learn from doctors at UAB that conceiving a child would not be possible. What a gut-wrenching blow that was to hear. The thing my heart desired the most literally snatched away by the words of a doctor. I wanted children so bad. If God loves me so much and promises me to give me the desires of my heart, then why was He keeping this blessing and desire from me? Why are all my friends able to conceive so easily? Why are women who seem unfit to be able to conceive and abandon their miracles? Why? For so long I cried out to God for a baby. I don't understand, God. And at that point, time became my worst enemy. You see, I thought God wasn't moving fast enough for me. It seemed like year after year was passing by. My prayers were not even hitting the ceiling. I felt myself moving away from Him to the point of giving up. I remember on one occasion, while we were pastoring in Northeast Alabama, we went home to Red Levels to visit family, but right before we went, we had gotten the news that our latest round of infertility treatment had ended just like countless other ones before, and with heartbreak, I literally dreaded those days of getting the news. I remember being at Joey's parents' house, and instead of being happy to be home with family, I walked in and I would go straight to bed. I could literally feel the depression cover me like a cold blanket. I remember Joey's father opening the bedroom door, sitting beside me on the bed, talking with me, praying with me, and crying with me. He could see and he could feel that darkness that was encompassing my life. And in that moment, I felt that I learned an important lesson, that even while I was in my deepest despair, God was still pulling me toward Him, even though I felt He was a million miles away from me. Let's fast forward about 10 years from then. We adopted Carly, and someone gave me this book. It says, "I love you like crazy cakes." And this is a book depicting someone's life that they went and adopted a child from China. And it was our story exactly. And I want to read just a couple pages on it. It started in the middle. It says, "I brought you back to the hotel and set you down on the bed to get a good look at you. You sat so straight up. Your rosy cheeks made you look like a soft pink doll. When you looked at me with those big brown eyes, I knew we belonged together. I love you like crazy cakes," I whispered. "How did this happen? How did someone make this perfect match a world away? Did the Chinese people have a special window to my soul? And the first night I laid you down in your crib, made up with crisp white linens and new blankets from America. I tucked you in and kissed your little hands and tiny feet 100 times. I was falling in love." And the moment they placed Carly in my arms, a light bulb went off. And at that moment, I realized God really did love me. And He loved me like crazy cakes. All along, I thought He didn't care anything about my desires or my need. I thought I was forgotten. Through my journey, I learned that I will boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ will dwell in me, because weak, that I will be made strong. The impossible became not just possible in life, but it became a tremendous miracle of not just one baby, but 3. I thought God didn't care. I thought He didn't care about my wants or my desires. Oh, but He did, because He gave me everything I desired, everything I wanted in Carly, Kate, and Karsten, my 3 babies. Now, I could go on and on about our story because it's so lengthy, but now when I face something I feel that is too big for me, I remind myself what it takes to get up and go and believe all the way to that miracle, to the impossible, to believe for my blessing. I'm not ashamed to share my weaknesses with others now, because I've been made stronger through them. And I am more than happy to let people know about every dark place in my life, every depression that I went through this, because I've been made stronger, and I've learned that through Christ I am strong, and because He loves me like crazy cakes.